basically we just want to get that all cleaned off, get that nice and clean. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put one drop, a little bitty small drop of my thermal paste, Arctic Silver number 5. I used this when I took apart my Xbox and had to do this. It's a high density polysynthetic silver thermal compound, but of course it is. And then what we're going to do is put a little drop on here. You don't want to go too much because you don't really need that much. Just a little dab like that. And what's going to happen is over time, it's going to spread out a little bit too. So hopefully you can see that's just a very, very small dab. We're just going to spread this around on here. Actually, I might even use a Q-tip for this. I don't know if I necessarily even need to use a paintbrush, but we're going to try this with a Q-tip. I don't know, maybe the paintbrush will work better. It's kind of a big brush though. Definitely want to take your time here and spread it out properly, but trying to get it all over the place. Oh, this is going to work very well. I don't think I like that. So we're going to take yours going to use a Q-tip instead. And we're going to spread this around on here. On the board, just like that. The idea is to cover the whole part, obviously, this thermal compound. And preferably not get any hairs in there like this hair from the paintbrush, of course. And then we're just going to spread this all across here. I might need to do a little bit more. It looks like it might have gone a little late. We'll see. Maybe not. So what's going to happen is now when this goes back, I might need a little bit more. When this goes, because it was the right amount, the Q-tip's kind of absorbing some of it, so that's a bit of an issue. I'm just going to just a little dot more. We're spreading across it. What's also going to happen is, so when this heats up, it's going to spread out on its own a little bit too. So you don't have to add that much, but you kind of want to cover it because you want to get a good connection. So it's going to be right there on that square, just, and it's going to combine to this. That basically the metal is going to combine with that metal. That's copper, obviously. It looks like, and it's going to help it cool down. So that's huge. That's absolutely huge. So we're just going to keep dabbing. Try to use this Q-tip, get it so it doesn't keep going down like that. There we go. Just going to paint that around the chip, or whatever the hell this thing is. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. But I know it needs thermal paste, and I know it needs to be cooled down because my computer keeps shutting off, and we don't want that. That's no good for anyone, to be honest, especially me. So, hopefully I'm not blocking this with my fat head again. So basically there, so that's basically what you need. You want to kind of get on there like that. You want to be able, it's got to make a connection, that's it really. So that should make a connection there. I think that should be more than enough. I mean, I might maybe put a little more in there because I'm just a little nervous about it. But the last one, I mean, this one there's a lot on there, a lot more than that. So maybe I'll put a little drop in there. I haven't been a little free-handed with it, a little light with it. Just a little bit like that. There we go. I forgot before, I think it was like the size of a pea. I don't actually remember how much I put on my Xbox. But, better safe than sorry, I guess, right? Kind of cover that up a little bit, and whatever excess I have, I can just pull off with my Q-tip. Just like that. Get over there, just like that, okay. I think that should be good. It looks pretty good to me. It's gonna be a nice connection. Ready to go. All right, cool. Okay, so the thermal paste has now been applied to that. We're gonna put this part back together. We're gonna take the other one apart and check that one as well. But that definitely needed it because I was not looking so hot in there. So now we're going to try to put this thing back together. Now this I probably should also redo, but I don't have the stuff to do it, number one. And number two, it actually doesn't look that bad. So I'm okay with that. That I'm not going to worry about. So now we're going to put these two pieces back together. We're going to line up these screws proper-like. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to like look through so I can see the screws, see where they are. Line this up with the holes so I don't have to mess around with this, moving this around too much. And actually what I should probably also do is let's pull these screws out of here first so that I can get back to them all easily. Then we're going to line this back up like I had before a second ago. That, and like that. Cool, those are all lined back up. Now, we're going to put these back together. Like so. One. I'm going to clean up that fan too once it's done. The fan needs a good cleaning, so I'm going to do that as well, just because I may as well while I'm there. Oh, hey, you don't want to drop any screws? That's bad. Vivian. Now get on that computer. So now we're going to put this one back in as well. What we're really going to hope is we don't have to do this ever again. Because I don't want to have to take this apart again, because that's no fun. Hey, get down. Get down. Vivian, get down. Yeah, I really don't want to have to take this thing apart again, because this sucks. But, hey, if it works out, right? Hey, no! Vivian, get down. Get down. So now, we're going to try to figure out how to get this goes back together again, alright? Vivian, get down. Get down. Hey, get... There's the issue of having a cat. See? Cats are not good helpers. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, so I watched my own video, and I put it back together myself. And I figured out where those screws went, so that's good. This screw, I believe, came from the other side. It was a small one. So this one is now done. So everything's put back together, it's tightened up. Let's take it onto this side. By the way, none of this is completely enjoyable for me. It's mostly out of necessity. And then let's do this. Let's see if we can find out where these go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Those 4 right here. Now let's see if I can just use this, hopefully. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. Yeah, I prefer not to use the pliers, but I don't have a choice. There's 2, 3. Hear that pop? No, it didn't pop. And 4. Should mention that I have no idea what I'm doing, really. But I feel confident in my skills of not knowing what I'm doing. 2, 3. One more screw on the end down here seems to be holding this whole thing together right here. I think this is the only one. Of course it doesn't fit. Of course not. Why would it fit? Why would it fit? So what I'm going to do is this. This hair. Driving me nuts. Alright, little short screw. That little guy right there. that end piece right there. All right, this whole piece is gonna slide off now. This thing, I'll have to put that back on later. Nope, 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 not yet. Not yet, folks. We gotta undo this wire here. Oh crap. That's fine. Just gonna pop this undone. It's kind of fun that, like, you know, I've not seen any YouTube videos that have completely shown every step of the way in multi-part videos like this, but I did, and we're all learning together here, so that's fun. So what you're gonna notice here is this. I'm guessing this is gonna be the same way. Yeah, it's like clay-like. So we're gonna have to clean that off, clean this off. We're gonna scrape all that off there. Get it all nice and clean. When it's all nice and clean, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some more. Okay. So we'll use that one for that. Where the other Q-tip go to clean this off? You can see it's kind of separated. There's a lot of dust in here too. Kind of separated down there a little bit. Probably use a towel here to wipe this off. But it's pretty cakey. I know that's the issue. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get all this extra crap. Man, some marker. I don't use a marker. It's like, looks like it's spread under here a little bit too. So I'm gonna try to clean all this off around here. Some over here. There we go. Yeah, it's real cakey. I mean, this was definitely overheating. That's what's causing the problem. And I kind of figured that was the issue. I just didn't really want to have to go through all of this. This is not ideal by any means to have to do this, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I would prefer not to have to do this. At the same time, like, it's weird because, like, I don't like or enjoy at all doing puzzles. It's not really my thing. I don't enjoy puzzles. However, ever since I was little, you should see everything I'm doing. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I've never really enjoyed doing puzzles because I find puzzles to be extremely boring. It's not fun at all. However, since I was little, I've enjoyed taking things apart and seeing if I can put them back together. And this happens to be one of those times where, like, I really enjoy taking things apart. It's not, well, I enjoy taking them apart and putting them back together and hope that when they work, then I'm like, yeah, I did it. But if it doesn't work, I'm going to be a little upset with myself for taking it apart. But I didn't have a choice. But in the end, I mean, this is kind of like one big giant puzzle. This happens to be an electronic puzzle that I use for my editing. But you know, it's still just a puzzle. And if I can take it apart, I should be able to put it back together, right? That would make sense. So I can figure out where all the wires go and whatnot. But luckily, this whole time I've been recording, so I should be able to watch my own video. Just if I have any questions, it's like making my own YouTube video here, you know? I'm making a YouTube video while watching my own YouTube video. I took it apart, so I'm like, all right, let's figure out how I took it apart, and let's put it back together again. So it's very much like a puzzle. Got those little pieces out of there. I think I got most of it cleaned off really well, from what I can tell. A little on the edges maybe, but it's not too bad. But yeah, that shouldn't be cakey like that. You saw how I put the other stuff on, how smooth it went on. Like, this is, I mean, it's just you can see it's cracked and dried. It is. You can just see how cracked and dried it is on there. Like, it's on there. Looks like the desert. So what we're gonna do is clean all this off. Just like that. And I mean, at the end of this all, if it does go back together properly and my computer works, it's going to be satisfying, and I'm also going to be able to edit, because here's the real issue. I mean, it was only not working for, like, if I was letting it play for, like, I don't know. If I was using my computer for 6 to 8 hours, it would overheat and it would... Vivian? No! My cat's trying to get back on there again. It would overheat if I use it for like 6 to 8 hours, which is an issue. And that's not cool at all. And I mean, should I be using my computer for 6 to 8 hours at a time at one time? No, I shouldn't. Get down. But the thing is that when I edit sometimes, I have a hard time. Sometimes I start a project or like a picture or whatever, and I'm editing it. And as I'm editing it, I just don't see the vision that I want for it. So I sit and play with the photo for a while, a couple hours, whatever. And then as I was getting to the point where I'm like, oh yeah, I totally get it, the computer would be like, oh, shutting off on you. So then I was screwed. So then I have to wait for it to cool down, and then by the time I could lose my momentum or lose my idea. So it just wasn't working out for me. So the only choice I had was to take this apart and redo it. So we're going to use this thermal paste here again. Same thermal paste as before, the Arctic Silver number 5. Vivian! This cat. I don't know if you can hear him yelling. Come on. She likes to play with toys and parts. Of course she does, because she's a cat. We're going to put thermal paste on here, and then we're going to spread it around, and we're going to put it back together again. This one obviously will take a little more thermal paste. I would say this is about a pea size, probably. No, not quite a pea size, but maybe a little bit too much. We'll see. I'd rather start out less. Less is more, and then add more if I need to. Instead of just putting a bunch on there right off the bat and then having to waste it, because that's stupid. So see this, how this is like, I mean, it's not liquid, but it's definitely much more liquid-like. Much more soft and pliable. Yeah, I'm gonna need more. But the other stuff was just not. It wasn't pliable at all. It was like clay. I mean, you can see right here. This is some of it I took off. It just balls up like clay. It shouldn't do that. It should be more like that. And so that's an issue. It's not heat. It's basically it just dried itself out. So it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do at all. And it was causing my computer to overheat and causing me tons and tons and tons of anger. Not really anger, more frustration. I shouldn't say anger because I wasn't really angry. I was just like, well, this sucks. It's kind of my style. Well, don't get mad, just be like, well, this sucks. What am I going to do about it? I don't know. It just sucks. I don't want to get it all over the place, but also at the same time I want to make sure I'm coating this properly. Also making sure that I don't get any hairs from this stupid Q-tip in here. Which this Q-tip seems to be becoming a part of me right now. Awesome. Twisting this down, try to keep all that anything out of there. Because this is pretty goopy stuff, so you can see it's acting as it should, goopy. I think that's the technical term, extra goopy. That cat's trying to get out of the bathroom right now. Love that cat to death, but just a real bad habit of knocking stuff over when I'm working on it and making a mess, and then I lose parts. Especially like I have to get this done before I go to bed, because if I don't, I'll have to lock her in the bathroom all night, because if it's not done, I'll come in the morning and the parts will be everywhere. They'll just be spread out across the floor. So we're just going to make sure we get this spread out across the board here, or across this chip, or whatever this is exactly. I don't even know what I'm working on. I just know that I'm putting stuff on here, and this is where it goes. If you have the technical terms, and as we all know, YouTube people love to come on and correct you and be like, oh, you didn't know what that was, that's a blah blah blah. You're dumb. Yeah, well, I took it apart and put it back together, so I can't be that dumb. Yeah, I don't know the new technical parts, because I'm not an engineer. I'm not anything. I'm just this dude who likes taking things apart when he has to because it's cheap, and put it back together. So basically, I'm just making sure I get this spread out across this board, because you want to make a good connection. That's important. The idea is that I don't want it to spread out too much either. I don't want it to thin out and just go everywhere either, because that would be an issue. So I might actually clean this up a little bit more. Just a little bit. Because I see some thick spots, and I don't really want to have too many thick spots. This maybe? Spread some of this, make sure. I definitely don't want it to go all over the place, because I feel like that would be a bad idea. So we're going to just do a quick little, like that. Just to kind of spread it out over the board enough and even it out. Come on this side, and we're gonna spread it off this side too, just so any extra I'm gonna try to get off. I don't honestly know if this is necessary at this point, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I'll feel better about it, I think. I'm just gonna spread that around there like that. I'll try to get any big goopy spots, because I know it is gonna heat and it's gonna spread, and I don't want to make a mess. Because I can see it just going everywhere and the whole thing shorts out, and I'm like, well, I just wasted all that time. And that would make me angry for wasting my time. There's one thing I don't like, is to waste my time. You know? Might have got a little crazy on that. Might have got a little too thick. It's okay though. Alright, 29 seconds, we're going to start it up again. We're going to stop this one and start it up again. I don't know if it'll hurt anything or not, but I'm going to get that piece out of there. That's my take my little screwdriver here. There we go, pick that up. There we go. Get that little piece out of there. Get out of there! It's getting stuck to the other stuff. There we go. I'm going to say that that's pretty good. I'm just going to go around these edges and kind of clean up the edges a little bit. Looks like I got some fuzz in there now, because of course I did. Probably should do this in a fuzz-free zone, but I did not. I did this right here in my living room, on my table. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm kind of just cleaning up these edges a little bit. That way if it does spread, it'll spread to the edges and not hopefully over. I think this is good enough though. I think I got enough coverage on there. Here, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I feel like I got enough coverage on here that it's good enough. It's gonna melt and it's gonna spread out a little bit. You don't want to use a lot, and I think now that I've got it the right amount on there. I'm looking to make sure it's all good. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I feel like that's just the right amount. It's spread on there just lightly. It's not going to go, hopefully, anywhere too much. So I'm feeling pretty confident that I got that on there well enough. What do I do with those screws? Right here, okay. Oh, the screw came off the end, right? I really don't want to take this apart again because this is not fun. It's kind of fun, but kind of not fun too. And that definitely is good though. That's just a pain in the ass getting these back on here, right? Because you have to push these through and you have to get them lined up. That little right there. This would be a lot easier with two people, to be certain. But I only have me. So what I'm trying to do right now is, you probably can't see it because I took it off the thing. I'm holding this on with one hand, and I'm trying to screw these big screws on the back, just to thread that on there, at least to give me something to work with. And I think it's working. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So there's one on there. And what I'm doing, so I'm going to put another one here like this, and I'm going to just screw the big screw on the back while I push this down, making that connection with it. Not the easiest way to do this, but just peel that off there, I don't care. The warranty is void. So yeah, I'm just going to try to line it up like this and work it from this angle. And that seems to be working much easier than doing it from the other side. And then what I'm going to do is pull another screw, like this one and that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that in here and do the same thing. We're going to push this through. We're going to line that up on there like that. And we're going to push that down, and we're going to screw this on this side too. And if we're lucky, it will make a connection. well. There's that one. Alright, now one more. I don't need these Q-tips anymore. This is a long video. This is a long process. I've been working on this for what, a couple hours now? Hour, maybe? Hour and a half, 2 hours? So it's not something to do, obviously, if you're in a hurry. At all. If you got somewhere to be, don't recommend starting this. If you got time, you got nowhere to be, nothing going on, jump right in. Get it done. But, yeah, if you're in a hurry, just don't bother. Because if you're in a hurry, it's gonna take you a while. And you don't want to rush it. It's not something, definitely it's not something you want to rush. So do that, and tighten all these like that. Okay. So now the thermal paste has been changed. The only thing left to do is to completely reassemble this computer. And just from past experience with things along these lines, not this, but complicated issues along these lines, I'm feeling it's not going to be the easiest thing to just, I'm not going to just toss this back together like I think I am. Like, oh hey, I'm just going to throw this back together. Yeah, good luck with that. Luckily I have this video to watch, so I can be like, oh hey, I'm going to take this thing apart. I'm just going to watch the video in reverse now. Just do this. And put it back together. Was this the screw I did, or was it that screw? I think it was this screw. Yeah, because I was holding this in like that, so it's got to be the screw. Okay. So we're just going to screw this back in like that. And now I'm going to reconnect the wires that were holding these together. And then we're going to put this back together. Completely back together. And then we're going to start it up, and it's going to take a little while for it to all heat up and whatnot, and for the paste to do its magic, but I'm okay with that. As long as we get it all back together here and it works, I'll be cool with everything. So now this wire goes here, I believe. And that would make sense. I'm assuming, I can't tell which way it goes in to be 100% certain, so I imagine it goes this way like that. I'm excited to have my computer back together though, and be able to use it without having to worry about it turning off on me all the time. Oh, these little tweezers. Let's put these tweezers to use. These tweezers are like spider fangs, like super sharp. I'm not 100% sure where that would come in handy with these being so sharp, but they are extremely, extremely sharp. This is pretty tedious right here, this little wire. Turn it this way so I can get some more light, so I can see what I'm doing. But as you can see here, this has got to go in there like that. Just a little tricky getting it to line up perfectly. Probably because I have fat fingers. That could be a good issue. A reason. Alright. One wire back together. Rockin'. And one more wire back together. Let's just hope that I get all the right cables put back in the right spots, right? I'll turn it on and it's gonna work backwards or something. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but... Okay, so I'll make sure these are all tightened down. Everything should be back together properly. That's what I was looking for earlier. That worked out well. Oh well. So now, all those wires are back together. Make sure I see whatever wires I have there. Really, it's not that bad, I guess, but it's not that great either. Make sure everything's tightened down. That's not the right one. Thought it was, but I guess not. My mouth is dry. I'm thirsty. But I'm not going to stop. I will not stop until this is done. Where'd the other piece go that I need? Oh, that's right here. Oops. So, that's not the right side. There's that. That's not the right one. Okay, so basically, here's one bonus to this broken thing is that I don't want to over tighten anything. So I'll know if it's just tight enough. The reason I can't over tighten is because it's broken and it'll just pop open, but it's too tight, so yeah, see, there we go. So everything is nice and tight now. So if I'm correct, I have a little screw over here that I'm concerned about. I can't remember where the screw came from, but I don't think it was back here. So I'm not going to worry about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this whole thing back where it came from. Back inside the thing. Whew. The hard part, I think, is done for the most part. We have 2 minutes 56 seconds left on this, and I have to stir it up again, and the battery's about to die. Alright, well anyway, basically it's just reassembling now. So if the battery does die, it's just reassembling it back the way it was, and you guys will get the idea. I'm just going to put it all back together the way I took it apart. You can figure out that by watching these videos in reverse. Yeah, I'm just going to put everything back in there, back together, and then you guys can rewatch the video to figure out how I put it back together. But it's basically going to go back together the same way it came apart. So there you go, guys. Let's see how it works. I'll update it when it's done.